And it looks like we are live. And I have nobody here. I just looked for it. So we are live. It said there was one person waiting, and then I stepped away, and then that person went away. Or is somebody here now? I don't know. It looks like I'm talking to myself. So I don't know if somebody's here or not. So if you're here, just let me know. Otherwise, I will just sit here and babble and crochet. I'm making a scarf. I think I showed it in my Thursday post. But I've been distracted and haven't really progressed an awful lot with that scarf. So this is really an experiment, just to see how it goes. Now, I'm using my own. I'm using my laptop's built-in webcam and mic. So I would like to know your impressions of what you're getting. I can speak up if I'm coming across too softly. I always say that I speak softly and carry a big crochet hook, like this one. But I don't think I can do anything about the picture if the picture is not good. Oh, I see there are two people in the room. Oh, hi, Sherry. Yeah, I was just saying that I'm using my webcams, or rather my laptop's built-in webcam and mic. So I want to know what your impressions are. This is an experimental live. This is actually the first time I've done one. I've participated in other people's live streams, but this is the first time I've done one on my own. And even though I know everybody and his brother has a live going on right this very minute, there is no time when nobody's doing a live. So it is what it is. Oh, Sherry, you think it looks and sounds good? That's fine. That's good. That's good to know. So let's see. Well, I'll show you what I have in my lap here that I'm working on. This is a scarf. This is a fiber flux pattern. I highly recommend fiber flux if you're not a fan of hers already. I forget the name of the pattern, but this is the cluster stitch that I used when I made my shawl pattern. Oh, hey, Denisha, glad to see you. As I was saying, this is, oh, thank you. Do you know, I do not remember making this hat. I just found it in a box of finished objects and decided I liked it and didn't want to part with it. So I wear it when I am not completely confident that I won't look silly without it. Well, I look silly regardless. So I'm glad to see that we have people here. Yes, Denisha, fiber flux does make beautiful patterns. And I've described the cluster that's in this scarf because it's the same cluster that's in the shawl pattern that I created. I just took the stitch and went with it. I have no idea what the yarn is in my hat. As I say, I found it in a box of finished objects that I just, and I decided that I wanted to keep it rather than part with it. Because I do a lot of donations. I do some things for my own use and some things for gifts, but I do an awful lot of donations. So, in fact, just this morning I did 5 teeny tiny baby hats. I have to sew in the loose ends, but that's that. Oh, Denisha, I'm sure you have a comment. So, what else? Well, you know, the way people always start these things. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? I am drinking iced tea. I don't have ice in it because it was in the refrigerator. It's already cold, and I'm not that crazy about ice cubes. Let's see. So I wanted to do this because I also have 2 other big big questions to pose. One is it has to do with future videos. I want to do 1 or more Ask Me Anything videos. So I'm collecting questions. I posted something on Instagram and just got a couple of questions, and one of which was the predictable what got me crocheting. So I would welcome any questions that you think would be good for discussion. Even if you already know the answer, if you think they would be good for discussion in an Ask Me Anything video. If anybody is watching a replay of this, I would invite you to leave questions in the comments. Let's see, what else? Oh, I have 4 people, apparently. That's what YouTube is telling me. Although I only have 2 people speaking. You're waiting to get loaded. Oh, Sherry, that's who my baby hats are for. Mel's mom's charity, yes. And, in fact, also this scarf. I don't recommend crocheting when you're loaded. I can't tell you how many times I've had to go back and redo work. Enough said about that. But I'm sure that's not what you meant. Let's see. So, if any... oh, you're waiting for your truck to get loaded. I see. I don't recommend driving loaded either. Especially with a big old truck at your command. I don't recommend it for anybody. My sister lost her best friend to a drunk driver many years ago. So anyway, as I say, ask me anything questions would be good. Another big thing, I want you to help me decide. I have a substantial quantity of this yarn. This is Kelly Green, although the label says green. This is your basic cheap mainstay yarn. It's which I find is a particularly good service yarn. That's what I call the budget yarns that I like to work with. I find that if I have posh yarns, I'm afraid to use them. They might be very pretty. They might feel just wonderful, but I'm afraid to use them because then I'm afraid I'm going to mess up somehow. So I stick to budget yarns most of the time. And since, for donations, budget yarns are all synthetic and all washable usually. So that's a good idea anyway. But I've made some garments for myself that were out of budget yarns as well, including, let me show you. Some of you might have seen it already if you saw my video from yesterday. The sweater that would not die. I finally finished it. It's it's a turtleneck, but in the written pattern you have 3 different neck options. Seeing it on, I have made some revisions to the pattern. But if anyone wants to be a pattern tester, send me an email. I would like to have some pattern testers. Oh, hello, Carmina Ines. If anybody wants to be a pattern tester, send me an email. My email address is in the, I think it's in the About page on my YouTube channel site. Well then, I learned when I was a kid, but I just picked it up again about 6 years ago. Let's see what else. Well, I'm glad to see that we're gaining audience members one by one. I see on my end, I see how many people are in the audience and a few other statistics. So just to repeat for those who have just come in recently, this is sort of a test run. I've never done a live stream on my own before. So I thought I would do this. I'm thinking about doing them regularly. And as part of this test run, as part of this test run, I'm posing a couple of questions. Let me read what Sherry says. You have a bunch of yarn coming your way, possibly. That sounds good. Oh, it's unfortunate for the person who's going into the home and can't crochet or knit any longer. I think it's admirable that you are going to create donation items with that yarn. That's another reason that I stick to budget yarns is I can create more stuff. Someone was talking to me about the tax benefits of all these donations, but my income is so low that it wouldn't make a difference to my taxes. And I'm very, very far from being monetized as a YouTube channel, so I don't really have a business as a crochet person. But that's one of my goals for the new year is to reach 1,000 friends and family, as it were. Sherry, You say you wish you could read patterns. Let me make a suggestion. Um, find a tutorial that has a free downloadable pattern to go with it. And follow every step of the tutorial along with the pattern. Have you tried that? That might help you learn where patterns are concerned. A lot of it really is knowing the abbreviations and the shorthand and counting like crazy. Crochet is always about counting. For instance, I wouldn't be sitting here. Well, what I'm doing now is sort of on autopilot because I counted carefully in the beginning, and I just have to stick to my count. And if I don't, I'll get messed up. I'm not crazy about this yarn that I'm using, though. This is another store brand yarn, and I'm not that crazy about it. So, yes, Sherry, please do let me know if that helps you. And, you know, even if you wind up watching the same tutorial with pattern in hand several times, then I think that that it will help. And then do it with different tutorials, with different YouTubers. That's another one of my goals for the coming year, is to do tutorials. I don't have a video set up to do tutorials right now. I would have to do some rearranging in this room, and I'm actually sharing this house with my sister. It is our late mother's house. So in effect, we have 3 households in one house. So there are boxes everywhere. So a lot of stuff needs to just leave this room in order for me to make it into a craft room. Because, well, I don't even necessarily want it to be a craft room, but a room where I can do some work. So I would have to do some rearranging in here in order to do tutorials, and I would have to, since most of my videos I shoot on my phone, and I have no complaints about the quality there. I would have to find a stand for the phone that would work for tutorials as well. I'll get it figured out. Sooner or later, you'll see tutorials from me. So, are there any other Ask Me Anything questions? Not that today is necessarily for Ask Me Anything, but I want to take notes of some of those questions for a video that I'm planning that will be all about asking anything within reason. So maybe I should call it Ask Me Almost Anything. Oh, hey, Sanita. When I was doing the spontaneous one a little while ago, just as I was closing it out, I saw that you had joined the audience there. So I'm sorry if it seemed like I was ignoring you or something. I just didn't know you were there until I was already on my way out. Well, I'm glad you popped up. So if you just joined us again, Sunita, I was saying this is a test run for doing lives on a regular basis. And I'm also using it to ask a couple of important questions. One is just ask me anything, questions for me to use in an upcoming video. And another one is what to do with this yarn. I got started talking about budget yarns and I forgot to ask the real question. I have a substantial quantity of this yarn that I bought for a specific pattern. And then I decided I didn't want to do the pattern. So it's, oh, hi, Ingrid. So I'm going, what do I do with this yarn? And my choices are just do the pattern that I intended to do with it. It was a blanket pattern. Do another blanket pattern that is new to me. I want to do a pattern that is new to me. Or do I have a sweater pattern that is new to me that I want to make as well? Oh, excuse me, please. Maybe I need coffee instead of iced tea. So what do you think I should do with my yarn? Blanket or sweater? My own thoughts on it sort of change from time to time. But since I just finished one large project, I want to do this next one using that yarn. Sherry, I agree it would be a beautiful color for a sweater, and that color is very good for me too, because I only make sweaters for me. Actually, Sunita, the pattern comes from Red Heart, but this yarn is Walmart Mainstay, which I have found to be perfectly fine. In fact, better than some other store brand yarns. I was just saying that I don't like this other store brand yarn that I'm working with right now as I'm doing this Fiberflex scarf. I probably won't buy that brand again. Let's see. Kelly Green and Gold. Oh, green and gold, or rather green and gold. They were the colors of my high school's arch rivals. Or rather, the high school I would have attended had our family stayed in that town. Hello, Jen. Oops. Okay. The high school where I went in the town where we moved, the colors there were red and gray. Had we stayed in the first city, the colors would have been red and black. And the colors of my college were black and gold. Still are, I believe. Oh, that's an interesting suggestion for St. Patrick's Day, but I might look into that. Oh, hey, Ursula. Oh, hey, Bev. The whole gang is here. Um, except I know that Lisa is doing her own live right now. But it's great to have Ursula and Bev and Ingrid here, and Denisha, whom I haven't seen in a while. So anyway, some of you, I believe, joined me just now. And I was saying this is a test run. I've never done a live stream before. It seems to be going okay. I mean, I don't have hundreds of people in the audience, but that would probably be unmanageable. So this is good for a first try. Oh, Ingrid, yes, please do send me that sweater pattern. Very funny, Bev. Anyway, so I was asking people, it looks like some of the recent arrivals came in when we were talking about this yarn. I originally bought the yarn for a specific blanket pattern that was new to me. Then I lost interest in that blanket pattern, although I might be regaining interest in that blanket pattern. So the options I have for this yarn, because I want this yarn to be my next large project, the options I have are the original blanket pattern, another blanket pattern that is new to me, or a sweater pattern that I have that is also new to me. I want to do something new. Although I do like repeating patterns, I've made, I can't tell you how many which way fillet blankets I've made. I've made Bag O' Days cable pullover many times. And in fact, it was the basic structure of that pullover that I used when creating my sweater, although the construction is different and the design is different. So the other big question that I came here with for the recent arrivals, I plan to do one or more Ask Me Anything videos, and I need more questions. So even if you know the answer, just holler out questions that you think would be interesting for discussion. So anyway. Oh, yes, a leaf stitch blanket. That would be nice, Sherry. Ursula, I am considering a regular live. That was another one of my goals for my channel for the year, is to do more live streams. See if I could get some viewer hours that way. And possibly new family members as well. I would like that very much. By the way, if any of you are not family members, I would invite you to throw yarn in my window at any time. I believe there's a red button somewhere to be seen. So I want to reach a major milestone in family members this year, and I would love to increase my viewing hours by about a gazillion, and that's a conservative estimate. Just need more viewing hours. And then, in theory, I can be monetized. And then I can call this a business. And then all of those donations will benefit me tax-wise. Potentially. Okay, Ursula, I'm starting my stopwatch. So, let's see. Oh, does everybody see the blue hat behind me? That's, I said in somebody's live stream that this is a hat and scarf weekend, since I'm, I just finished the sweater that would not die, and I'm about to start the big green. We should call it the big green wall. Isn't that what they call a wall, one particular wall in the baseball stadium in Boston? That would be fun. So, oh, it's growing bit by bit, bit by bit. I'll keep doing this until it's anywhere between 60 and 72 inches. The green monster, ooh, or the green-eyed monster. Oh, Bev, look at my video from yesterday and you can see the sweater. And actually you can see it behind my right shoulder. Yeah, that's my right shoulder right now. But you can see it on if you look at my video from yesterday. So here we are. This is it. I love doing cables, as you can tell. This is a turtleneck, but in the written pattern, I give 3 different neck options. After seeing it on, I made some changes to the written pattern, particularly about the sleeves. And I was saying that if anybody wants to be a pattern tester, that they should email me. And my email is in the description of every video I do. So go look at my other videos. And I believe it's also in the About page for the YouTube channel. So, oh, well, thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I like the color. I was wearing it yesterday. It's not quite cold enough to wear it. Here, I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. So, well, let me just take a look and see. I haven't been outside today, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. Let's see, what do we have? Getting my weather app. It's 52 right now. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. I don't know how you, David, get so many others to get so much crochet and crafting art done. Well, Bev, I don't have a job. All I have is time and yarn. That's how I do so much. Oh, that's fine, Ingrid. You're one of the few people I would allow to call me that. Usually, if anyone calls me Dave or Davy, I get quite upset. Okay, back to my scarf. I need a setup where you can see what I'm doing. Oh, see, now just look at this. This is how, okay, this is how it came out of the skein. Ah, I'm not buying that particular store brand again. Although it was cheap. And I was just waxing rhapsodic about budget yarns. And often I will frog an entire project and reuse the yarn. That's where the yarn for these hats came from. Let's see. Oh, I was saying that I wish that I had a setup where you could see what I was doing, but my laptop is at what I think is the best angle for this, and it's a little higher than the actual desk. And unless I hold it up like this, you can't really see what I'm doing. But it's not that interesting anyway. It's a very repetitive pattern. If it weren't, I would not be able to do it and talk at the same time. Because, you know, I can't even walk and talk at the same time. Yes, Bev, you mentioned what your new job is. Oh, hi, Marie. I used to do that many, many years ago when I lived in Florida. On a seasonal basis. Hello, Jenny, Jill. So, oh my goodness, we have 12 people in here. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad to see everybody. So, to those who have just come along, this is a test run. I've never done a live stream before. Thinking about doing them on a regular basis. And I had two big questions of people who are here. One, it has to do with my intention of doing one or more Ask Me Anything videos, but people are not asking me anything. So even if you know the question, know the answer to the question, just pop out something that you think would be good for a discussion on an Ask Me Anything video. The other, some of you, most of you were probably here when we were talking about the green yarn. I have a bunch of Kelly green yarn that I originally bought for a blanket project. And I lost interest in views. And so I was thinking of other things. And the three options that I have are to just suck it up. Oh, hey, Lisa. Suck it up and do the original pattern that I was going to do after all. Or I could do another blanket pattern that is new to me. Or I have a sweater pattern that is new to me that I could do. And once again, this is the yarn. It's Walmart Mainstay brand. It's 100% acrylic, 4-weight, and it's Kelly Green. So, well, that's my story. Oh, well, actually, Lisa, I saw part of your live with Sandy. I lurked. I was a gherkin. Um, ooh, I'm going to make a note of some of these questions. Now, we can all take it for granted that 4011 people have already asked me how I got started crocheting. But, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, Marie, I agree. It would look good with mixed colors, particularly with one complementary color. Oh, I like that. Good questions, Bev. I'm writing some questions down. To use in the upcoming video. I'm thinking of adding a adding something to my weekly schedule of video posting. It might be lives. It might be sometimes live, sometimes pre-recorded. I don't know. But I was thinking of doing a topic Tuesdays. So I think the first one you can expect this Tuesday. And it might be another live. If I do that, I don't know who has lives scheduled on Tuesdays. It seems like, as I was saying at the very beginning, that everybody and his brother has lives just about any moment that you want. So it's impossible to schedule something without conflicting with someone else. So, as Ricky Nelson so eloquently sang, can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. Well, Bev, it's fun getting to know you too. It's fun getting to know everybody here. That's one of the best things about the past year is becoming a part of a yarning community. Um, well, Ursula, um, every day, and in my time zone, they were at 6 a.m. So I don't really think that would work so well. Oh, so Ingrid, my gibbery jabbery is deep. Actually, it would be hard for me to come up with an answer for favorite foods. Uh, that I love. Actually, a more interesting question. Um, well, Ursula, I was getting up nearly every morning for ginger because it was so much fun. But getting up every morning, well, I'm not going to do it every day, I'll tell you that. But getting up that early for myself, not so easy. Um, I'll come up with a time. But I'm definitely going to do Topic Tuesdays, some of which will be live. Potentially down the road, all of them will be live. And I might have guests. In fact, I've been getting acquainted with one YouTuber who's not in the room right now, as far as I know, and talking about doing a live together. And benefiting from each other's audiences, although he has a much larger audience than I do. So, anyway, yes, I agree, Ursula. It's very interactive, and it's that's part of the fun. That's why I like to go to other people's lives. So, actually, I'm never going to do another angle except for this. I might invest in a lighting man, but yeah, this is a flattering angle. If I had my computer on the desk, it would be a much less flattering angle. Oh, hi, Lori. Um, well, Ursula, sometimes my humor gets me in trouble, particularly with people I'm getting to know who can't quite imagine what they see in print coming out of my mouth, or how it would come out of my mouth, or what my intentions are. So, but as I think Ginger recently called me a cheeky monkey, and that works. So, well, thank you, Laurie. Let's see. Well, Ursula, if I had a good side, you'd be looking at it, but this is the best of a bad situation, I guess you might say. No, this actually is a pretty flattering angle for me. I first heard the expression cheeky monkey on Are You Being Served? I am devoted to Are You Being Served reruns. I used to have the entire series on DVD. So, yeah, I don't know. So I will talk to this other person about joining me on one of these Topic Tuesdays for a live stream. I think that would be fun. And I hope that we would both benefit. He makes me laugh. I make him laugh. And we both love to crochet. So there you go. Lisa, I'm not surprised. It's that northern tendency, isn't it? Oh, Lori, that's very kind. I don't know that I'm necessarily brave. In fact, I'm quite a wimp. But I used to sing on the opera stage. So, and I also used to give presentations in a business setting. This isn't all that different. Lisa, forgive my ignorance of geography. Actually, this has been quite easy. My fear was that nobody would come. And actually, we've gone longer than I intended. I thought, just as a test run, I would only do a half an hour, and it looks like we're not very far short of an hour. Okay, right now it is just before 3 in the afternoon here, which makes it just before 10 in the evening there, correct? Hmm. Lisa, you must come on one of my live streams with your Hilda Ogden voice. Yes, Lori, there are people out there who are not very nice. Believe you me, I've met some of them. But since it's my live stream, I can just boot them the heck out of here. Yes. Well, hey, Crochet Nana. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I'd say a wedding beats my party anytime. I hope it's a lovely affair. Beth, that is exactly me. I think I'm being funny when I'm just being not. Or it sounds a lot better before it comes out of my mouth. Or it sounds a lot better inside my head. So often it should have stayed there. Oh my goodness, on Zoom? Is he far away or is it because of health concerns? Good night, Ursula. I'm glad you're here. Glad you came to visit. That's very, very wise, Ingrid. Unfortunately, no one has been mean to me yet. Because, you know, what they say never. So I'm stepping. Stranger things have happened. But now I have said things on YouTube and Facebook in our community that I regretted saying. And I have this thought pattern that says that when I make one mistake, I've totally screwed up a friendship or a relationship of some sort. And I know it's irrational, and I usually get over it within time, but it hurts me to think that I have caused other people pain. Oh, I was showing this earlier, Marie. This is a scarf. It's a fiber flux pattern. I don't remember the name of it, but it's got the same kind of cluster that I used in my easy shawl design. And in fact, I learned that cluster from this pattern, and then I just said, "Oh, I think I'll make something else with this cluster." Yes, Ingrid, I love purple too. Hold on a second. Here is a purple sweater. This is a Bag-O-Day cable pullover. Now, in this light, it looks, you can tell it's purple. Sometimes the light is different, and it looks darker than this. But I love this. I wear this. Well, sometimes I keep it in here just in case I want to wear it on camera. If I'm in here, you know, just like in a t-shirt or something. But I also like to wear it out. Well, no, not wear it out. Wear it out of the house. Also, since we're playing show and tell, I'm sure many of you have seen this before. This is also a Bag-O-Day design done with Lion Brand Mandala, the Valkyrie cake, Valkyrie colorway. Um, so I think I have been talked into resurrecting my Etsy store, and I'm going to put this there. I have a few other finished objects I can put there. Someone in some other chat earlier, I think it was in Melanie's live, um, was saying she had made, she threw out a very impressive figure for how much she had made in selling her crochet goods last month. Now, last month having Christmas in it would have affected that. Oh, hi, Trisha. Hello, a fellow Wilmington person. Um, but anyway, this person was saying how much she had made last month from selling her crochet goods. I'm sure that number was affected by Christmas, but you know, a few extra bucks for gas or groceries or booze. Um, Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Oh, I recommend this one. It's an easy, well, like most of Bag O' Day's patterns, it's very easy. I learned them really. I watched her tutorials intently and make notes. And then I'm able to do that to recreate the piece that she's showing, and it's oh, excuse me. Now I did pay for her sweater pattern for the cable pullover because that was a long tutorial. Um, Generally speaking, I prefer free downloads because, well, that's my motto. If it's free, it's for me. Um, Um, yes, Ingrid, I just didn't want to throw out a figure. Oh, Trisha, when was your birthday? Let's see. So I have a few other things. As I was saying earlier, a lot of the stuff that I do is for donation, particularly for Melanie's mother, for her foundation. That's why I've done baby hats. That's why I do blue hats for Hat Not Hate. I have a whole box of blue hats and blue yarn. Um, and then I do things like the sweater that would not die, which from the beginning was for me, but also I'm going to, oh, well, then happy birthday, Tricia. Then I'm going to sell the pattern, both on Etsy and Ravelry. I have 2 patterns up on my blog already, and I'm going to make those available on Ravelry for free, just to introduce myself. And I want to, that's another thing that I want to do, is to write more patterns and to sell them, you know, just for gas money or booze money. So anyway. Trisha, what part of Wilmington are you in? I'm down near Monkey Junction. People giggle when I say Monkey Junction. It it was a great hit in Ginger's Live at Fives. Trisha, did you ever go to that yarn shop that was in, was it Chandler's Wharf? It was called the Noble Thread. Well, Trisha, then you go very near where I live to get there. Um, but anyway, in Chandler's Wharf downtown, there was this uh, boutique yarn shop. Yeah, and I used to go to the Sunday afternoon Stitch and Ditch afternoons. Take your time, Marie. Although I will say, we've been on for over an hour, and I think I've learned a lot. I think that this has gone very well. I'm very pleased. So I think that in the next few minutes we'll be coming to a close. Because I have a scarf to finish, I have more baby hats or blue hats or something to do. Oh, I have to get dinner started too. Ooh. Yes. Okay then. Let's reconvene on Tuesday. I will schedule one for Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday evening here in the Eastern time zone. And oh dear, I haven't made anyone able to drop links because this was a test run. Anyway, let's put the links off for later, and or put them in the comments. Put them in the comments, and I want to thank everybody for coming and making this very pleasant for me. And knowing it was my first time, you were gentle. So I think that I need to, honestly, I really need to get dinner started. So that's that. I'm going to call it a day. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you very much. And please do leave comments as well. And like,